Well, hello everybody. Mark Anthony. Welcome back to my channel. One question I get a lot when I'm starting to work with a client or I'm online and I'm in one of the discussion forums and someone goes, "I don't need a website, do I? I'm going to build my brand on YouTube. I'm going to build it on Pinterest. I don't need a website." Yes, you do, and I'm going to give you two reasons why. The first reason is, what happens if you wake up one morning, you go to log on to your YouTube channel, your Pinterest, your Etsy, and it's gone. The algorithm gods has nailed you. Somebody had filed a claim against you, whatever. They just, boom, hit that button, no warning, nothing, and you're gone. Everything's gone. 3 years of work, whatever is gone. Now, you can fight it, true, but it's going to take a while. Meanwhile, your customers have no idea what happened to you. Where did they go? All right. For me, for my websites mimic my YouTube channel or my Pinterest account or whatever. So I have it backed up on my website. Okay. Now, obviously, if I'm going to post my YouTube videos on my website, they're gone. However, I've got the text. I've got the meat of each of those videos on my website, on my blog post. I've got the videos backed up on my NAS, so I can start over. I can go to another platform. Don't build everything on somebody else's platform. Don't build your brand on it. Put it there, but don't put everything there. Okay. Second reason that you need a website. There's things you cannot post on these other platforms that you want to post, and you want a place to send your guests to see this for more information, to make a sale. Again, to control that funnel, to control what they're doing. You want that website. All right. So those are the two main reasons you still need a website. So you log on and you start looking for a web host, and God, there's just thousands of them, and they go everywhere from free to a couple $100 a month. How do you know what to do? All right. Now, I know most of the web hosting companies use solid state drives now, but I'm going to show you as an example the old way, a disk. Okay. Your website is on this disk. Okay. Now, on the cheaper web hosting, thousands of you are here. Thousands of different customers are on this disk. All right. So when someone types into your website, that drive head has got to sort through all these other businesses to find yours, all these other clients. All right. And it may take a while, or it can get lost, or it can get hung up, and your guest gets that dreaded 404 page. You don't want to give them that 404 page. For my clients starting out, or a lot of my clients are small businesses, they have like a static site where they just have manuals, or their knowledge base is there. Okay. So it's not going to get a lot of traffic. It's not going to get bombarded. So I start them off with this DreamHost. Very easy to work with, very, very reasonably priced. Like a lot of web hosts, they are WordPress friendly. Okay. Again, they have a lot of customers on that disk. All right. If your website grows and they start to get hammered, just thousands of hits, thousands of people going to your website, it's going to slow that disk down, going to slow that time it takes from when they hit go to the time that they see your website. And in modern times, a millisecond, 2 milliseconds, 3 milliseconds, they're gone. Okay, you don't want that delay. So when you build a website that gets busy, you want to change web hosting services. So I move my guests that get to that point, I move them up to SiteGround. Now, again, WordPress hosting, great service, but it's a little bit more expensive because there's fewer people on those disks, on those drives. So you have more room to build, more room to handle more traffic. Okay. Or you get to the point where, like for my Vegas tourist website, that thing gets hammered, gets all, thousands of hits every single day. I moved it and a couple of my other clients to this, Cloudways. This is basically just what it says, the cloud. I get charged every month by the amount of bandwidth, the amount of service that needed to be given to me for that client. Okay, so there's absolutely no delay. All right, and I can build my website as large as I want, but I get charged by how many people visit, how much data is used, basically. Okay, and so it's not the same price every month. Okay, if I have a web post or a video that goes viral, I'm going to get thousands, if not millions, of hits on my website, but they're not going to get that dreaded 404 page. I'm going to get charged for it, a little bit more than I did the previous month, but my guests are not going to be inconvenienced. All right. Now, one of the things you got to watch out for is this right down here. Okay. All right. All of them do it. Okay, I'm not faulting SiteGround because they all do it. I start out at $2.99 a month, and then it renews at $17.99 a month. Locked into a 3-year contract. Okay. All right. Now, it's not the fact that I'm going to sell a lot more trinkets or whatever if I move from these guys to here, but the value is right there. Okay, am I going to get enough value out of that $17.99 a month? Do I sell more widgets, or am I going to get more appointments? Am I going to get more clients? Am I going to get more job offers if I move from the cheap web host to the mid-range? Okay, so there are several factors to look at that. On the flip side, you have these guys, Bluehost and HostGator. These guys, the company that owns Bluehost and owns HostGator, is the same company. This is the exact same. They are selling the exact same services for the exact same hard drives or storage. All right, it's just two different front pages. Absolutely dirt cheap, and the reason they do that is because of this. They fill this thing up with as many customers as they can. Here's the other thing to think about when you're looking at a web host. Okay, where's my website sitting? These guys on their $375 a month plan, your website is most likely sitting on a server in, let's just say, Iowa. Okay. So customers in Australia, customers in Europe, customers in Canada, customers in Vegas, it's going to take a little bit longer for them to see your website. All right. And you add to that, if that particular drive gets busy, it's going to take a lot longer for them to bring up your website. When you go with people like this, your website is on multiple servers all over the world, backup servers. Okay. So there isn't that chance for a delay, which is one of the reasons why they are more expensive, because I get that service. I know my guests are not going to get that dreaded 404 page no matter where they are. Okay, the final part of all of this is watch out for the ones who offer you a free domain name. Sign up with us and we will give you a free domain name. Sign up for our 3-year plan or 6-year plan and we'll give you a free domain name. The biggest one that I know is this one, but there's others. Okay. This is great for starting your Etsy, your Pinterest, whatever. This is a great place to start because they will build you a website. Okay, they will give you all of the tools that you need to build a wonderful website. Watch the fine print. Okay, especially with the plans that will give you a free domain name, because if you ever want to move off of their platform, chances are they get to keep the domain name. You don't want that. You want to build your brand on your domain name, okay? So just watch out for these freebies. Whatever the freebie is, check the fine print, okay? But I'm going to tell you, no matter what, you are going to need a website so that you have some place to come back to. If anything goes wrong, you are still online. You are still able to do business. Maybe in a limited basis, but still you have that backup. So there you have it. Yes, in today's online world, no matter where you want to build your brand, have a backup that you control, that you own, that is on your domain. Okay, not on somebody else's, where they control everything. So that if anything happens, you don't lose everything. All right? There it is. That's my rant for the day. As always, leave me your comments and your questions down below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button. Do all of that, and I will see you on the next video.